Hello, everybody. Rocket Rick J18 bringing you a short video highlighting my recent pickups for the week. Um, the first card I have to show you is a 2022 card of Gunnar Henderson. As my turns out to be my neighbor-in-law, uh, once removed. Somebody called it that. He's the fellow that the Orioles' number one prospect, and lived next door to my daughter-in-law when she was growing up. So Gunner, this is the 2022 Topps green foil, number 419 of 499. So it's not a real ultra rare card still. There's only 499 of them, so I added it to my collection this week. The next card I have is a set that I'm working on. Which is the 1954 Dandy Potato Chip set, and it's red Shandienst, and reminded me of a story that I wanted to tell when I was showing off my 48 Bowmans, but I got cut off, so I'm going to go back to that and tell that story now. Basically, it's a story that involved one of my roommates in school and a good friend of his. So I'm just going to call them Howie and Marty. So Howie was my roommate. Howie was not really into sports all that much, and he didn't have a great knowledge of baseball or football or really anything. Marty was just the opposite. He was a kid who remembered every number and batting averages and earned run averages and could recite them all from memory. So Howie had a baseball almanac. It had, among other things, had the results and a little bit of write up from all of the All Star games. So he opens the book and he opens the page uh, detailing the 1950 All Star game. He says to Marty, he said, Marty, he said, uh, what was the high point of the 1950 All Star game? And without betting an eye, Marty says, Shandienst wins it in the 12th with a home run. And of course, that was the big story. But really a bigger story probably happened in I think, the first inning. Ted Williams was chasing a fly ball and ran into the wall and broke his elbow and missed the second half of the season. So, in addition to, his time off, two stints of wartime military service, he also lost a half a year to injury. And I often think about what he could have done if he'd have had those nearly 5 years of time back. Uh, I have to believe that he would have, done something close to what he was doing in the heart of his career, hitting 40 home runs a year and, batting well over 300 and so forth. And, with 5 years, 40 home runs a year, that's 200 more home runs to add on to the 521 that he already had or that he accumulated in his career. So that puts him in pretty august company. So that's my story about the 1950 All Star. Hello again, everybody. This is part two of my video on uh, weekly pickups and promoting my next video. So I showed you two cards earlier in part one, and this being part two, I'm going to show you the other three. All three of these cards uh, are going to be pickups from this past week. So the first one I'm going to show you is Johnny McCarthy, card number 220 from the 1949 Bowman set. And I think that this brings me a few steps closer to completion, although there's a lot of work to do. So the second card that I'd like to show you is this card, which is Carl Drew's. It's card number 188 in the set, and he's just another one of the common cards that I needed to move a little further down the line on the collection. So the next card, the last card I'm going to show you, is one of the more important cards in the 49 Bowman set. It's the Stan Musial, card number 2024. Stan obviously is in the prime of his career in 1949, and really an important part of the Major League Baseball history of this period. Stan's card is one of the more expensive cards, but certainly not nearly as expensive as, say, the Jackie Robinson or the Satchel Paige cards. I think he's still one of the more important hurdles in my quest to collect this set, and I'm very happy to have him. The next card, numerically in line as far as significant players and significant expenses, is card number 100, which is the Gil Hodges card. So I'll be looking for Gil probably as my next major acquisition in this set, and I look forward to that, as well as more to follow. So you're going to get a chance to see these cards again in the not too distant future, because my next video is going to be a closer look at my 1949 Bowman collection. There are two excellent videos that I've seen, and probably more. But Baseball Collector has one in which Dave Blue Jacket 66 joins him in a deep dive into the 1949 set. My focus is really going to be on my personal collection and my journey with the 1949 Bowmans. I do want to also make note that Dave Blue Jacket 66 has his own video of his collection, which is much more ambitious and higher quality, I think, in terms of the condition of the cards. He's gone for all the variations and different backgrounds and different colors, which resulted from the printing process. It's really quite a amazing collection, and I urge you, if you're interested in the 49 Bowman set, to really take a look at those two videos, because it'll give you a wealth of information. I know it certainly opened my eyes in a number of regards. So that's my next video coming up, and a little bit on videos that are available on the same subject. So I look forward to seeing you, and until then, this is Rocket Rick J18 saying goodbye for now, and may all your collecting dreams come true.